Is it British?
It is British.
It's British.
It's British. It's British. They're taking photos. I'm gonna stop because I'm not doing accents well in my life. Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Real Villain. I'm Emmy.
I'm Nikki.
And today we're gonna be talking to you guys about another black show that because another black show. Hey, it's a black show, but it's a show. It's interesting. Mm-hmm. It's another police show. I don't know a lot of police shows lately. So it's a British show this time, and this show is called Get Millie Black. And
is it British?
It is British. It's British. It's British. They're taking photos. I'm gonna stop because I'm not doing accents well in my life. But yeah, pretty much Get Millie Black is a show that Nikki got me into because I did not know it existed. But thank you for that because
I started seeing some promo for it, and like I guess they were saying that the show was coming to HBO and it had already won a whole lot of awards, and it was they were billing it as super authentic, and I was like, oh, like I want to see black people on HBO with award-winning shows.
And you said authentic, so that's good.
Deja. And I was like, and also, not gonna lie, they said 5 episodes, and we be struggling to make time work. And I was like, a 5-episode series?
Yeah, that was
smart.
We
could knock out real quick.
That was smart.
Let's get it.
You see, and that's when technology decided to not be on my side because I should have been done that show from time, but I wasn't. But anyways, so pretty much this show follows the story of Millie Black, who's black woman, of Jamaican descent, that was a police officer in London for a little bit. The show starts let me just say this. The storytelling in the show, I think, is the thing that drew me in because the storytelling that's what I'm saying. It's literally narration. Each episode is narrated by one character's perspective, and also the voices are great. Like the way they add the layers, the music, the sound design is great in the show. That's
and then the authentic Jamaicans, real Jamaicans playing Jamaicans. How about that?
Yeah, that was interesting. No, like American actors trying to create an accent out of something because sometimes it'd be disturbing. But yeah, pretty much this little girl Millie, when she was a little girl, she was taken, I guess, from her home in Jamaica and sent away in the UK. A lot of Jamaicans go to the UK. There's a big Jamaican community over there.
Wait. She was sent away to the UK. Why?
Well, she was sent away to the UK because of her brother. Yeah. And because of how she was always trying to she was stand up for him.
She was trying to defend him because her brother was apparently. At that point, we didn't know. I would say he looked, maybe he's gay or something, which is illegal in Jamaica, by the way. And the mom was very, very mean.
Not mean. She was violent, bro.
Yeah, I was looking for another word. She was violent. She was toxic. She was just all of the things to this brother, and would constantly beat him. Millie would try to get in the way, and she would get hit as well. And eventually, one day, she kind of pushed her mom into the wall. Yeah. And like a mirror fell on her and everything. And her mama said, "Okay, deuces." And sent her back into the UK to live with a family member. And
I watched this and I was just like, I'm not gonna lie, I saw the scene and I was like, wow. And I grew up in France, and the parents, when the kids used to do crazy things, they used to threaten them to send them back home. And in this one, she literally sent her to Europe. That's insane. So anyways,
I'm taking you away from home.
For real, that's so. Anyways, I don't know if that's a thing. If there's any Jamaicans watching, let us know, because
Jamaica has, obviously, because of the Commonwealth and everything.
No, facts.
Ties to the UK, similar to Canada's ties with the UK. So maybe it's a thing. And they have a lot of family members there, or vice versa.
No, for sure. But I didn't know. I didn't know it was a thing that you're fed up with your child or whatever, and then you send them to the UK as a punishment. I didn't know that was a thing, but maybe it is. But pretty much this episode is setting up the scene. Millie, as an adult now, she is a police officer. She's following a missing persons case, who kind of brings her on the trace of the son of a rich white family in Jamaica. Of course, as every other Caribbean island, you have those rich white people that been on the island from time and they just own things. I like how that's
she was in the UK and then she decided to return back to Jamaica from there. After, basically, she gets a call that her brother has died or whatever. And she becomes a police officer over there, detective. And then she loses. There's a case over there that they keep referencing, some boy or something that happened that she didn't do well at, and she ran away from that type of thing. Came back to Jamaica, joined Jamaican forces, and that's where we get to that missing persons with the rich family and everything. Also, side note, she finds out that her mom had lied to her about her brother being dead.
Yeah, so
he's not dead. He's still alive.
But so here's the thing. I'm like, so your mom calls you talking about your brother dead, which in a way he is, but like he's not, because he's like basically the son is dead, but the daughter is alive. Like, because she's a trans woman, like, which clearly was too much for the mom to handle. But anyway, so it's like she's a police officer on this missing person case, going on the trace of this rich white family's son, who people are after. And you know, she's like literally encountering a lot of, like, this situation is a bit messy. Also, my notes are messy for some reason, but you know, she's looking for that girl that also disappeared, who's also, Janet, who is, I guess, the girlfriend of this man.
Right. So basically, up until now, all that we know that she's come back. She's still a detective here. Her brother is alive, is not a brother anymore. He's her sister, goes by Hibiscus, bailed out of jail. We understand that many times Hibiscus is getting taken to jail because of illegal prostitution activities. In the meantime, she and her partner, in the police force is also, he's gay, but again, being gay in Jamaica is illegal. They're looking for the missing person, Janet. They go to this club. Is it a strip club? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a strip club.
Or a bar. Yeah, okay, it's a strip club. And that's where, like, the lady that works there, I forgot her name, but it comes up later in my notes. She works there. She's like, well, there is the nigga who owned this bar, or his family, like, has a penchant for young girls. And that was kind of a clue. Yeah. To get them to Freddie.
Freddie, who's the white guy. The name of the white guy, Freddie Somerville.
Somerville, yes.
A part of the family, the Somerville family that is apparently a big.
At that point, I'm like, I'm learning a whole lot about Jamaica. A whole lot. Yeah. And I'm sorry for my ignorance, but like, I didn't know being gay was illegal, because it's not in Haiti. So.
Yeah, no, for me it was like very interesting to see how this system is set up in a way that mimics everything on the other islands, which I should not be surprised by, because white people been doing this for.
I didn't know y'all have full whites there that speak Jamaican. Like, I was learning a lot. I was like, oh my god.
Listen, hey, we don't know about this island, so we're trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
You know, so pretty much, you know, they go on to like try and look for this Freddie Somerville now that they have the lead, and I guess this police officer from the UK is sent over to, like, him too is looking for Freddie Somerville as a supposed, what's it called?
Witness.
A witness for a case that they have, and they need to get him to the UK to, like, interrogate him or whatever. And somehow a man turns up dead, and who is it? Freddie Somerville. Which we thought it was Freddie Somerville, but it actually wasn't Freddie Somerville. It was a guy that they made him pass for Freddie, but he wasn't Freddie. So
was that what happened?
Yeah,
because at that point too, they were
my
looking.
Notes are like, the body's not Freddie. Interesting.
Because they were looking also for, like, maybe somebody who may be pregnant, because in links to Janet, because they did see that, like, in their research, that she was buying, like, a little boy's clothes. But they were like, okay, this boy is way older than a newborn, so why the hell would she be buying this type of clothes? So,
and I mean, I guess, just little parenthesis, one thing that I noted about this episode.
I literally wrote the same shit. Oh, I think Freddie is dead. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, literally that's me. And I was just like, one thing that I wrote when this white man was introduced, like Scotland Yard being there, I was like, not the snarky comments about the white people colonizing the case, because Millie was literally like, oh, not just trying to colonize our cases too. I
loved Millie because she was so real the whole time.
Wow,
I'm like,
y'all wrote this into a show. I love it.
Yes.
So,
and I also like Curtis too, but he also kind of annoyed me sometimes, but I like
Listen, but that's how it is. But pretty much, the body is not Freddie, but then they figure out that there's a hit that is out on Freddie currently at the moment as we speak. So now, not only the UK police is looking for him, the Jamaican police is looking for him, and on top of that, there's a hit out on him by some people that clearly want him dead. For what reason, we don't know at that time.
Yeah. And so, and then at the end of that episode, basically, that's when they found that out. They raid the house that was belonging to Freddie. They find Janet there. And then, Curtis is actually shot in the leg, I think. And we'll see that he's in the hospital for a couple episodes. In the meantime, between the police storyline, there's also the Hibiscus storyline where Biss is, hanging out in the gully with the trans ladies.
Also, a side note about learning about Jamaica, I've always heard the gully, but I never pictured what the gully was. Now I know.
Now we know. So as they were going out, the gully was attacked, and Hibiscus hears one of the girls that was her friend literally being killed. And I hated that. I was so sad and uncomfortable, and I was just like, "Oh my god, this sucks!" Like, and I know it's not just Jamaica. There's so many other places where being part of the LGBTQ community is deadly. Because I
literally said not to literally go and hit people because they're trans. I can't. Like, why? Like, literally, what?
Why?
So you go out of your way to get out of your house, go in a car with your friends, pick up your friends, and go and beat people that live their lives?
And you know what it is? And here's what it is. Let me get on my soapbox. And you know what it is? Y'all are questioning. Y'all are mad that either questioning or there's something in you where you're not being yourself, and you're mad that these people are able to be fully them fucking selves, and they're like, regardless of laws, regardless of threats on our lives, we're gonna be who we are, and you're mad about that. Fuck you.
Literally. So I'm like, as all of this is happening, like you said, the reason why Curtis was shot is because they figure out Somerville's house due to like the girl from the club that owns the strip club. She was like, oh, if he's in trouble, then maybe I could get to own the club for real. Like I could get something off of him. So she's like, okay, they found an address. They go to the house. They find the girl in the house, and they're like, girl, like, we find you. We're going to bring you home. And clearly she was very happy being where she was. She was like, what do you mean?
She was like, I'm lit.
And then people, I guess, that had to hit out on Somerville, they come in and then they shoot, and that's how Curtis was shot. And that's at the moment where I said, not the white cop being involved, laughing my ass off.
Oh, that's when we knew he was involved?
I don't know, but that's when I knew. That, okay. I don't know how, I don't remember what happened, but I remember I literally wrote it because I was just like, that would make, the storyline for me was so, it was such a, I was just like, he's involved. Because the first time
I saw him, I immediately thought that. I'm like, he's involved. And then there was something that happened, I think in episode 2, where I was like, oh no, this thing's not involved. Like, they're leading me in another direction. But then I was like, okay, I should have trusted my first instinct. But yeah, so then in episode 2, Millie goes to the hospital, or her partner that got shot or whatever. Curtis's boyfriend, who, I mean, he said that I don't remember what he said, or his brother or something. Obviously, he can't say I'm his boyfriend. Excuse me. He's not allowed to see him at the hospital. Oh yeah, no, he did say, they did realize that it was some kind of gay relationship because the nurse said we don't recognize that type of family here. Oh, well, that's and I was like, can you just suck my, you know what?
Well, but you know what? I get it though. But like episode 2, you know how every episode is like is told by one of the characters. So this episode is the hibiscus episode.
First one was Millie.
Yeah, and then in this one, you know, basically the focus is telling Millie, your brother is gone, but your sister is here. Like, there's a sister, and you need to let go of your ghost, basically let go of your past, and like kind of learn how to love whoever you have in front of you and stop trying to bring back something that doesn't exist anymore.
And I think the whole theme of this show is Millie, as we heard in episode 1, like she's trying to save something desperately where she feels, due to trauma of her past, that she has not been able to save one thing, and it's probably blames herself for the loss, each loss. She blames herself for. She's like, this, I have to reconstitute something. I have to build something. And it's her driving force for everything.
Yeah, but, like she goes, I guess they have a moment where obviously this, Millie's at the house, and she already told Biss when she picked her up from the police station, episode 1, she was like, you can come home whenever you want.
Because she bought the house.
But Biss is like, nah, I don't want to go there. But after the events, after seeing her friends being beaten to death, she has nowhere else to go but to go to her sister's house. And they have a beautiful moment, the conversation between the two sisters, where they talk about the mom's death and what happened, and the way Biss explains how that mother died and how she looked at her die because she had killed something in her already.
She didn't give her the pills. She let her die.
Wow.
And even after she dropped the belt on the chest, on the lady's chest, called the police, signed whatever papers, and left, turned back, never looked. And I was like, wow, like that was such a deep story. And you can see the resentment that she has towards Millie for not understanding who she is now. And it's also I also feel bad for Millie too, because like she didn't get that opportunity though. They were literally driven apart because the mother saw that this person was supporting Orville at the time way too much. It's like, no, you're not agreeing with me in treating this person like shit because of who they are, then fuck you. And they were separated. And then Millie, she hasn't been told anything about her family until that her mom called her and said that her brother was dead. So she's holding on to what was.
Yeah, she's holding on to the dead name and the dead name and the dead person. Yeah. Orville is not there anymore. Not there. You have Hibiscus in front of you, and you need to approach that to love that. And I think that moment where they included a flashback when Millie first came back and she found Hibiscus in like a crack house or something. It's like the things that you leave, but you don't know what you're going to get when you come back. I think that's one of those things. And a lot of Caribbeans, and I feel like a lot of people from the Black diaspora, you have that thing. I'm not saying to that extent, but you have that thing where there's a reason for which you leave your house. Could be a good reason, could be a bad reason. And then when you come back, it is never what you left. Yeah. And it's something that a lot of people never understand, I think. Yeah. So
I don't say in the meantime, they did get Janet. She's being questioned. And they're asking her, like, why the hell are you shopping for boys' clothes? She lies and she says that she runs errands for rich people. That's why she was buying. And they're, like, really trying to get her to tell them where the hell Freddie is. And then we see that a lawyer comes in and gets Janet. So, obviously, probably Freddie's lawyers or whatever.
For sure. And also, Janet, girl, please. So here's the thing: as they progress to that investigation, they realize that a child is now missing. A little boy is now missing, and they go to the little boy's parents' house, and the parents are like, no, like he gets to in like a private school, like he got a scholarship. Here's the little brochure for the school. As soon as they said that, I said, no, the school is fake. I was like, come on, guys, you can't contact your son until he's settled. Like, who does this? I was like,
what is this? Like, I thought the parents, and forgive me, I thought that was dumb as fuck. I was like, excuse me.
Listen.
Like, where's my son going? Listen. Let me see photos, proof. Like, let me talk to him. What are you talking about?
Listen. And I was like, as soon as they introduced that little boy, I was like, oh, she's gonna try and like save the boy because she's running after her dead brother, and like it's gonna be the whole thing of the show. Cool. So like now she's like, trying to figure out what happened. And I think, I'm not remembering if it's this episode or the next episode, if they realize that Janet is the lady that came to pick up the little boy, which is how they make the connection with Freddie. I don't remember if it's in that episode or the episode after.
I think it is this one.
So yeah, she realizes from a video that Janet is the one that was like, yeah, like we're gonna take you, like whatever. And she's like, okay, so Janet is actually involved and not a victim in that whole situation.
Yeah, it is, because I wrote Janet is definitely involved in the missing boy case. They get approval from the chief to go to the Somerville house at this point.
And then when we get to episode 3,
no, wait. Because at that when they it's still in episode 2 when they go to the house, the Somerville house, to look for Freddie. Everybody's dead. Janet's not there. Somebody already got to this house, and including the father, Eric Somerville, is dead. Yeah. And obviously later on,
who was first on the scene? Can you tell the people who was first on the scene?
Homie.
The little white Scotland Yard detective,
Scotland Yard was the first one on the scene, and I was like,
okay.
And in the meantime, Hibiscus and Millie had a fight ring. They needed to get some aggression out. Anyways,
facts.
Episode 3.
Here's what I wrote. That's my first thing of episode 3. Not Freddie being a cute little white boy. Like I was just like, I looked at this man and I said, you're Freddie. Literally,
I knew it was gonna be some little snotty nose.
No, I know, but I didn't expect him to look like. I was like, okay, that's who you went for.
I thought he was gonna look a little older to give more the creepy pedo vibes.
Yeah, it's like I like that in that episode, the lady that manages the strip club, she's like, listen to me. She's like, I'm trying to get my things. She's like, listen, I'll get you to Cuba if you give me the paperwork for the club. You know what? I respect that.
I respect her.
I respect that. She said, you know what?
This one is told from his perspective, though. Scotland Yard. I can't remember his name, but
that's from his perspective. One of the things that I wrote, because me, as soon as homegirl was involved and I saw the little fake school, I was like, okay, human trafficking. I wrote, wow, episode 3, they finally figured out this human trafficking. Beautiful.
But I thought, see, and Emmy told me that, and I was like, was it not clear? I thought that was, I thought that was not a secret.
No, that wasn't a secret, but okay. I feel like they took 3 episodes, out of 5, they took 3 episodes to get to it's human trafficking, please.
Yeah. So then we see, Janet with Freddie arguing with the bar owner, to like you said.
Yeah.
Millie, why did she have smoke inhalation? What did I wrote that?
I don't remember, but I know that Millie, basically
was she in a place with smoke?
I don't remember.
I vaguely remember her going to this house, but she wasn't supposed to do.
But she's running after Freddie and Janet that are escaping, trying to go to Cuba in a boat, and as Millie arrives and tries to like talk to them or whatever. From afar, we see the little white officer with a guy from the Jamaican police, and he's like, you need to take the shot, and he was pressing him like, you need to take the shot, and the guy's like, no, but like, it's not safe, like, I can't take the shot like this. And Millie's trying to get some info. She's like, yeah, we're gonna bring you in, people are looking for you. He's like, no, like, who do you think I'm trying to run from? I'm literally trying to run from this man.
In the story. So what
you know when they're on the boat trying to escape?
Yes, so this is when,
when they're on the boat trying to
escape. So when they found
Freddie, and Millie's trying to, like, get Freddie to, like...
Yeah, so now the guy, the white cop, he's controlling the situation.
That's what I'm saying. From afar, he's trying to, like, press him to be, like, take a shot, because he needs Freddie to be dead, clearly, and Millie's trying to get some information, and Freddie's like, yeah, this person is looking for you to be, like, a witness, and it's like, no, like, I'm running from him, literally. And
yeah, because that's basically why... in coming up is why that white cop is now Millie has to die and Janet, because now they heard him literally implicate him in the thing.
That's how.
So I do want to say real quick though, like in that meantime, building Millie's character and what she's really pushing towards, while Curtis was in the hospital, nobody really came to see him, but he was really mad that Millie ain't come to see him, because it's like, yo, like, you're my partner and we've been friends. And when she did come, it was when she needed something. Like his partner said, like, she's gonna come when she needs something. And it's exactly what she did. And they did the same thing when she agreed to a double date at Curtis's house with her and the little bartender that she be fucking. And yeah, exactly. But yeah, like even that little double date at the house was just for her to get information. So Curtis is kind of like, okay, I see what you are.
And I'm just gonna say this: Curtis's men said, "Don't you want to move to Canada so we can live our life in the open?" And Curtis said, "No, I want to be normal." And he
said, "I want to do the Mounties."
And I said, "You know what? Clearly, you."
I literally wrote somewhere. I said, "I don't like the shot at Canada." I was like, "Excuse me."
It's not a shot.
I mean,
maybe.
It's a little shot.
But
so they end up shooting, and did we say Freddie's dead?
Yeah, Freddie's dead. Like a bullet in the head. He's dead, and that's when Millie finally realizes that the white officer is like suspicious.
Because I wrote, white cop finished up athletic Somerville, because that's when we go back and we saw what happened at the house, and he's the one that actually killed him.
I know.
And I was like, wait, he's the bad guy. Wait. And I was like, okay.
That was such a great. I was just like, okay.
I was like, episode 3. I was like, okay, we're getting into it. And then episode 4 was probably one of my favorite ones, because Janet, even though she's kind of annoying and greedy, I was like, she's kind of a bad bitch.
First of all, that's what I wrote. It started with Janet and her feelings of inadequacy. I don't know if I pronounced that properly. She feels inadequate based on where she is from versus her counterparts. Where our counterparts are from in school, rich versus poor, blah, blah. When she was smarter than them, on top of that, because she was smart. Well, she is smart.
She's an abusive mom, limiting teachers
because she was smart, and the teachers were like, you could be a clerk or something. So I was like, and she was like, come on, not you.
This mentality. I was like, and then we find out that that's where we heard that Freddie was like, had a penchant for young girls, and maybe he was taking advantage of her. She was like, no, I plotted on Freddie myself.
Oh no, she had a plan. She said she was not going to stay on this island. She was going to find a ticket out of there one way or the other. And she found the biggest ticket she could find. She went for the big fish and she got the big fish. Listen, I respect that.
I was like, listen, I get it how you live, bro.
Freddie was her way out. Freddie was her way out. And like, so we see the whole process of how she found a job at one of his companies and waited and like started talking to him and this and that. And as all of this is happening, pretty much like Millie has her, and instead of bringing her to the police, Millie's like, okay, like we're gonna bring you somewhere safe. Why she bring Janet to the gully to be with Biss? I was like, ma'am, how's that a good choice?
Yeah, that was stupid.
I'm like, you putting Biss in danger, you putting Janet in danger. So she's trying to figure out what to do with this young girl, which at some point she escapes. I don't remember exactly where in the store she escapes, but she.
Well, so they go to the travel agency where she used to work, and I literally wrote, Janet a little troublesome, ain't she? When they were at the gully and she ran away, because like this was like why you bring this girl?
I just want to say, I don't know why Millie slapped Janet the first time. I don't know. No, well, that would slap some sense into you.
She's a cop, so
no. At this point, when she decided to not bring Janet into the police station, she chose to not be a cop anymore. She chose to be a lone wolf. She should have slapped her. That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, so like, when they're at the travel agency place, Janet escapes because there was a smell of dead bodies in there, and she acted because she's pregnant and stuff. She kind of like acted like the smell was like getting to her, and I was like, Millie. As soon as she left, I was like, Millie. Why is she going to the bathroom by herself? Like, what are you doing? And of course, she ran away. And as she's running, the
white guy,
the white cop.
The white cop
I don't know your name, honey.
I forgot his name.
But
wait, let me see. I have. Nope, I don't have his name. That's crazy.
That's crazy. I called him the white guy the whole time.
Me too.
Scotland Yard. I don't know.
Scotland Yard or white guys are in my notes. But here's the thing: they were at the travel agency where Millie was working because they used that travel agency or where Janet was working. They used that travel agency as their cover for the human trafficking to smuggle the people. So that was the thing.
So he sees her. He chases her.
And I guess
later on he didn't catch her, but later on she actually calls him and. Her up there
to link up, and they go and eat, and she's like, they tell me to be afraid of you, and I was like, oh, she's gonna play him, and because she's trying to get out, and she's like, I'm gonna play him. Here's what I wrote: they try and trap Millie by using Biss, and I said, Janet is dead because she's too greedy. That's what I wrote, and then she died.
And who shot Janet? Hit Biss?
No, the white man. Because Janet was like, the white man was like, yeah, I have your sister, and then Janet comes out with it, like she gets Millie's gun, and she's like, yeah,
okay,
like,
yeah. So Biss and Millie overpowered him after he killed Janet.
Exactly. He pulled a bullet into Janet's head, and I was like, girl, you see, you wanted to get out, you out. But you were too greedy. After escaping Millie, you should have found somebody else to get out this island. You would have gotten out at some point. I believe she was smart enough to get out, but she was too greedy.
Facts. So then we get into episode 5, which this one is Curtis focused.
Yeah, and the white man, we believe, is dead at the end of episode 4.
Why?
Because, they struggle, like Biss and Millie overpower him. Biss stabs him in the back, and he falls on his back. So
I saw him get stabbed, but I definitely didn't think he was dead.
We all thought he was dead. Because, you get stabbed in your back and you fall onto them. I was like, damn, you dead. So,
Holborn.
Yeah, so pretty much, at this point, Millie managed, because she's a lone wolf and everybody's telling her to not do this, because the police is after her, everybody, her partner is like, please don't do this. She managed to put Biss in danger. She managed to get the little Janet killed. So, and why she decides to go to a partner's house talking about, I'm going to the UK.
And the way she annoyed me, I was like, I wanted Curtis to be like, okay, bye, bitch. Like his man was just like, bro, like, what's your obsession?
Why is she your friend?
Why do you keep doing this? Like, I was so annoyed with him and her. I was like, leave me alone.
I was like, no, she's going to England. Like, literally.
Yeah, because she was like, she's gotta save this boy.
I'm like, girl, you called your former partner in the UK. Let her handle the case.
Nah, she's gonna get the credit, and like. Meanwhile, her job, like the police chief has been like, come back, like. Listen,
it's like you losing your job. They've been pressuring her partner too because they're like, do you know where she's at? And he's like, no, I don't. Do you know where she's at? And he's like, no, I don't.
And he really didn't actually know
until she yeah. And that's why I hated her for it, because she was so focused on her own personal goals of like looking for somebody that she put everybody else at risk.
That's what annoyed me, because it's like Millie's not thinking, and actually, like, I think the actress spoke about like she would like to get another crack at her to like, because there's something deep, like there was things. I know we focus on each character, each episode, but there was things about Millie that I wanted to dissect more, and then I didn't get to because you know, she's just driving the story, and we're kind of like focusing on the character. But I was like,
it was only 5 episodes.
Right.
We would have needed an 8. I feel.
Yeah, because I was just like, girl, can we talk? Can't like Tevin Campbell? Like, thank you, because my voice. Yeah. But yeah, so she's in the UK now. She's going undercover as a cleaner.
And also, side note, because she asked Janet before, she was like, "How did you get the thing?" She's like, "Yeah, we got fake ID, and this is where we got them from." Instead of investigating, she got herself a fake passport. I said, "Girl, no." So she's Millie, in the UK.
She's trying to get intel about Ahmed. Where's Ahmed? Because that's the link that she found that could link her to the missing boy. She gets a little bit of intel from one of the guys. In the meantime, back home, Curtis is arrested because they came to his home looking for.
No, they came to his home because he's Millie's partner. I think they believe she's protecting him, and they came to his home because they just found Janet's body, because white men decided to go into the ocean and just drop the body there, like bodies don't float.
Okay, I thought they were I know that they found Janet's body. I thought they were coming because they thought Millie had something to do with it, and she was hiding with Curtis.
No, I don't think they thought that she was hiding with Curtis. They thought that Millie had something to do with this, and they were just like, "You're the partner. We're arresting you."
Oh, okay.
And also,
I thought they arrested him because he was gay.
No, I think that was the extra layer on top of it. Then he said, "When you live your whole life as a lie, then I can't see how you don't lie." And like you know what I mean. So I feel like they used that as a
thing. Okay, so basically, she also enlisted her for when she's in the UK. Her former partner for help, who was kind of mad at her because she left without, saying goodbye, and she kind of fucked everything up and then left. But it seems to be what Millie does. And she's very, I don't think it comes from a bad place, but she's very selfish.
But I wish somebody would slap some sense into her. For example, when she was at Curtis's house talking about, "I'm gonna leave for the UK," you should have slapped her, but like a good slap, because she was frantic. No, she had just witnessed somebody die. Like she lived so many things. You should have slapped her just for her brain to like reinitiate, do something.
Mm-hmm.
She needed that.
Colborne, like you said, he survived the stabbing from last episode, and he finds Millie in the UK.
But also, here's what I wrote. How the fuck does this man get to your UK so fast?
It was really...
No, it was like I felt like it was a day. I'm like, I know the flight is at least 8 hours.
It was quick as fuck.
Come on.
I don't suspend disbelief.
No, this I did not suspend for this.
I mean, we do it every day for TV. Like, there's always 1 or 2 things that's gonna happen, and I'm like,
you don't know, but like, so you were in a hospital, you were stabbed in the back, and the next day or 2 days later, he flew, and then he found her in a street. No, please. Oh, come on. I'm sorry.
Okay, but then he kind of explains how he was recruited and by the main guy Lindo to get the money, and he was pushed to. Part. Me neither, because it was very too simple.
Because it's like, oh, now y'all are working together?
Yeah, I didn't like the team up, and it was like too easy. Like, you came and you had all this rage, and now they come.
They needed to finish that episode.
They were like, finish that. Wrap it up. And so now they're working together to find Romeo. They do end up finding him. The real identity is killed by Natalie. Oh, okay. So yeah, Linda was actually a woman.
Yeah.
And Millie actually rescues Romeo. He was a cute little boy. He was just, what's happening? And they're just shooting people around him. He's like, therapy bills. Which when they found him, obviously this is the human trafficking case is like blown wide open now. Natalie did escape the main girl, which okay. Millie then goes back to Jamaica.
Where she has ruined everybody's lives.
Yeah, nobody really likes her.
Her partner's life was outed in a country that is so homophobic. Mm-hmm. So homophobic that he wanted to live his life in the shadows, and now he's out into the light, and I feel like
it's gonna be real bad for him. It's
gonna be bad for him and his partner, his man. I
want to see actually, because we got a sense of how trans people live in Jamaica. I would like to now see how gay people live, because they're more.
Do you know all the many songs? We sing that song. We literally talk about burning these people. I'm just saying.
It's very.
Also, slight side note, just like real quick side note. The people that were smuggled, that were brought into the UK is basically indenture servitude. That's how I wrote it, because I was just like, they put them into all sorts of things. They treat them in a way that don't make sense. And this man said, "You're not in Africa anymore. You like lazy bitch."
I really wanted to stab that nigga.
I was like, sir, I was like, sir, I will beat you to. Oh.
But again, slavery never ended.
Listen. If it's me, just find all these people and shoot them. The world would be a better place for it. So,
YouTube, I didn't say that.
I did.
I
did, and I mean it.
That's not what she meant. She didn't mean that.
Okay.
So, anyways, we end the series with Biss and Millie, and she's telling Biss, okay, things are gonna be different. I'm staying in Jamaica, because Biss had already told her, "Don't leave. Like, you leaving me?"
Yeah, and she had given Biss the last of the only money she had before selling the house in episode 4.
Yeah, so I mean, when she sold the house, she said, "We'll be staying," and they're gonna try and build a relationship as sisters, and I was at least happy about that.
What do you mean? No, she called Biss, and it was Biss's. Biss
is not there.
No, Biss at the end. Biss is gone, and she's calling Biss's phone, and she's not answering, and she's leaving a message.
Oh, that was it. You're talking about okay, sorry. I'm thinking about the conversation they had in episode 4.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
She's living. Biss is not there no more. She lost her sister.
Where did she go?
Oh, no. Biss is gone. Biss is gone because people were going to come after her. She left
I know
her
that,
sister.
but she left her sister.
We don't know where she's at. She's not in the gully no more.
Because she was looking for her. Okay.
Yeah, and she was like, I hope that you're in a place that makes sense. She lost her partner. She lost her sister. She lost anything that she had there. She put everybody in trouble. She's alone. And she was looking.
That's what she kind of want to see. I want to see a season 2.
No, I don't. I hated the ending.
I didn't like the ending because I thought, episode 5 was kind of rushed. And some of the link ups didn't make sense. Some of the actual story, like even the Lindo character, like it didn't make sense to me.
It happened too fast. Like the discovery of the things, I was like, eh.
It was like, same thing that happened with Madness, a Netflix show. Like not Madness, Cross.
Madness was now better.
But Madness was just dragged on forever though. Yeah. All of the episodes. But Cross, the last episode was just like, why y'all ruin the show like that?
No,
why y'all did that?
But this one, yeah.
But but the thing is, overall, even though I didn't like the ending, I think it was a very solid piece, like, of storytelling. Like, visually, I thought it was stunning. I loved seeing Jamaica in that light. It seemed like I was there. It seemed like I was not seeing a story told
from the UK perspective.
Yeah. And I think the actors were really good. I really liked the actor who played Millie and the actor who played Hibiscus.
Oh yeah, Biss was...
Curtis was also pretty good. Like, I really liked him. The white guy annoyed me. Janet was good. Give me the name of that young lady.
Janet said, I'm going to do whatever it takes and nothing's going to come between me and my freedom.
I said...
death came
because you were stupid. But to the young lady who played the role, excellent job.
No,
excellent job. What did you think overall?
No, I thought it was good. I thought it was good. It's not great, but I thought it was good. I would give it a 3.5 out of 5. So, like, I guess, what is that out of 10?
Why is your rating system out of 5 now?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Why did I do this? Out of 10, I'll give it, like, a 6.5 maybe, or, like, a 7. Yeah, a 6.5 to a 7, depending. I didn't like the last episode. I thought, like you said, I thought it was rushed. Actually, no, 6.5 because we got it. She's running after ghosts, but I feel like it was added too much into the dialogues at some point. Like, why are we in the 4th episode and he's still telling her, you chasing ghosts instead of, we get it. It's been said 55 billion times. I feel like you don't need to spoon feed the audience that much. I feel like the first 3 episodes is done. You don't need the last 2. Yeah, that's my thing, because that was literally the whole theme of the show, so you don't need to tell us a theme every couple of seconds. Yeah. And is that how people, I don't know, maybe that's how people speak, but I don't know.
Not really.
If that's how. But maybe in Jamaica, I don't know.
That I don't know.
So,
but definitely, of me, I'll give it a 6.8. And if I'm
a 6.8,
yeah.
Okay.
You said 6.5.
That's very precise. No, that's fine.
Yeah, because that's like, it's not quite a 7, but it's not quite a 6.5 to me. For me, the villain. I mean, this is pretty simple. Obviously, the villain of the show is Holborn. Scotland Yard. But the real villain is Millie.
Ooh.
Because, girl, stop it. Relax. Take a breathe. Take a breather. Reflect. What are you doing? Nothing good for anybody near you.
I feel you. Here's the thing. I'm just gonna throw it in there. I'm gonna throw it in there. And it may not make sense to the people listening, but I don't care. The villain of the show is Janet, because she knew damn well what she was doing. She knew she was doing human trafficking. She knew. Whole point is just trying to get himself out of a situation. She's trying to get herself out of a situation, but I'm like, yeah, no, because you live here. You know what you're doing to these families. You know.
That would lead me to a larger conversation.
No, for sure, but that's what I'm saying.
About greed, but I'm not gonna get into it right now. But I'm just saying, like,
so I'm like, Janet, you're
it says
the real
something about some
villain,
people.
and you're the villain of the show, and the real villain for sure is Millie, because you destroyed too many lives trying to salvage something in your brain. Like, literally, you're trying to salvage something in your soul. You're trying to piece something together that doesn't even exist anymore, and you ruined so many people's lives in the making, and yours also.
Yeah, Millie, girl.
So that's that. So don't be like Millie. Don't be like
Don't
Millie.
be like
Unless you're written in an American way where you're going to be the savior of the earth at the end of the show, you know what I mean? And like everybody's going to kumbaya at the end.
And you're going to be smart and the strongest person in the room and the smartest person in the room and all of those rooms.
Unless you're Liam Neeson in Taken. Okay?
But yeah, guys, so that was Get Millie Black. Cute show. I want to see more. Black-led shows with budgets.
Shout out to the theme song.
Yeah. Oh, the
ring the alarm, ring the alarm, ring the alarm, ring the alarm.
That was fire, bro. Shout out to Jamaicans. I know y'all was loving it on Twitter. Y'all felt really represented, so I'm happy for that.
And that inspired me. I'm not gonna lie. As I was watching just the intro thing, that inspired me. I was like, yeah,
to do something real authentic.
I was like, my island needs some shit.
We need some shit like that for sure. Don't forget to follow us, guys. Subscribe, like, share, comment as well your thoughts about the series. Also, I do want to say we are going to take a little break with the videos because got some stuff coming up, but we will be back. And if
and when we announce the things, well, first of all, she already announced one of her things, which is pretty dope. So y'all need to go and listen. Okay?
My single's
y'all haven't listened yet.
My single's out currently. Cycle, definitely go take a listen. Exactly. My EP Almanac is coming out January 31st. Make sure
to go listen,
to stream and save links and stuff of that nature. Yeah, and Emmy's working on stuff that I can't talk about, so yeah. But we'll see you guys when we see you, and we appreciate everybody that's like listened and watched and really given great feedback, and also to the acquaintances and friends that watch and message me that, oh, I'm watching your video. You need to share that. Just so you know.
Just saying, because they never come to me and say they watch the videos.
Oh, people tell me all the time. Like I'll be on the phone. People like I was watching.
I'm joking.
But yeah, and shout out to like the new people who have found us. We're really appreciative, and yeah, we definitely will be back. Suggest us some content for when we come back. Bye.
Also, ring the alarm, ring the alarm, ring the alarm, ring the alarm.